Welcome to Big Brother. It's a sad day here at the Specialist. Blake got stuck in the really long processional line for the funeral, and we're starting a few minutes late here, but Janky has sadly been obliterated by
Expired.
Amy.
That was legitimately like I
It was
saw
so sad.
I saw some tweets where it was like this is the most brutal death in CBS television history, which not far from the truth. I don't know who else could be. Maybe there was a Dallas episode where somebody got shot and it was famous, but I don't know if that was CBS or not.
I don't remember. I don't know if Dallas
It's
is
only one of the most famous. Come on. Anyway, what a weird episode. It felt like we're out of Janky World. We're still in Janky World. Now it's Ainsley's fun house, or like Ainsley's an evil entity
She's
now, but we're not
demonic.
even in October. So like that's 1 week too early. People are gonna realize what are they gonna do for October then? Are they gonna literally murder house guests? One thing I thought was crazy about this episode, I guess I'll just jump into it. Feels like it's the Chelsea show, even though she didn't win HOH. If I was Mackenzie watching this back, not that I'm trying to get famous when I'm on Big Brother, but maybe Mackenzie is, I would be mad if this was my HOH crowning achievement. Like I did this, let's go. It's all about me. Like Mackenzie must be saying some dumb stuff in the DR, and they're maybe trying to save her of like, we can't have her look this delusional or whatever. Because if you're, I mean, we just jumped right ahead. Okay, so we got the balance the candies.
Yes.
That's what's important here. Let's balance candies first.
Angela's strategy, I don't think was actually that bad, but she shouldn't have locked in at 20. Like she should have still I think built it up a little bit more. I mean, well, she locked in at 25, but then 5 fell, but
because Mackenzie won with 30.
Yes, and so Rubina had to be somewhere between 20 and 30.
Nice.
Let's just say 25.
Let's go.
But like if Mackenzie won with 30, Angela locked in at 25, she actually wasn't that far off from the win. But I think
justice for Rubina. I do think Angela is like, as soon as Mackenzie mentioned, I haven't talked about my job in 8 weeks, but I'm a constructional engineer girl. I was like, oh yeah, like this is a layup for her. And like the way she was describing it was interesting. She was using stuff on her base that no one else was. So it is kind of like whenever we're talking about equitable comps, like we do want the person who, like, I've done the most wind sprints out of anybody here. The wind sprint, running back and forth with liquid to put in my Googanator, like that's an equitable comp if you only do one of them, because then only the person with wind sprints. So it is kind of like this is already exhausting, just going back and forth in my chair 45 times. I can't imagine wind sprinting across the backyard in goo.
Also, rip headphone users. They're all like
dude, headphone users. Check it out.
It's so sad.
So anyway, we got the base layer. It felt like everyone was very bad at this challenge.
Yeah, nobody was good. I think, did Chemo and Cam even ring in? Because they were like, with Angela being the top at 20, I thought that was shocking.
It showed Chemo clicking a button. I don't think it ever showed Cam. Like, I think for as fun as this season is amazing. I think this is getting more and more Gabon at the second of like what is more interesting to watch? Like Mackenzie lucks out into getting a competition that works out for her, or like there's 3 people, one had 30, one had 29, and one had 30, but a little slower. And then it's like, oh shit. Like,
yeah.
Like that's a little cooler. Like that's, I think the only thing we're really missing is the comps are literally like falling into people's hands kind of, instead of like, I will pry it from your cold dead hands as I walk over your body to slam dunk on you. And that's kind of like what makes Big Brother so good, because you can't really brag too much in Survivor, or people will literally be like, I'm starving and I will murder you next time. And like everyone that brags in Survivor basically goes home within 2 episodes.
Mhm.
And that may
I
just be
always
an
look out for
editing
those
trick.
confessionals of like, I'm on top of the world right now, and it's just like, so
Bye.
you home.
But like in Big Brother, you can kind of like overlord, like lord it over, not overlord it. Lord it over your competitors of like, were you guys even trying? But like, because this was such an individual comp when we're in different rooms, I thought Leah maybe had a feed, but it didn't. No, Leah's
No,
just
she was
literally
just like
laying on a
cuddling the
bed.
statue, laying on a bed. Yeah. Because then she would know kind of who was winning.
Right. Barbie peach soda, trying it out. No free. Ooh, is that what kind of Olipop is that?
No, it's Monster.
Monster Rehab.
Yes, it's like iced tea. There's no fizzy bubbles.
I'm going to rehab. Jeez.
Not Spawn, not Spawn.
The thing I'm trying to say about the Gumbone comparison is it does not feel like we have the lock-in version. And like lock into a competition, you need to win. And Angela's the only one who can kind of do that in this cast, which is very interesting because she's the oldest, and like that isn't an archetype normally. And she just locked in with the wrong, like she literally locked in. She just had the wrong strategy probably. And it is kind of like if she believed in herself a little more and tried, like I think when people were dropping, their stuff wasn't over 20 though either. Like some of these people were very bad at this.
Yeah. But then there was also some people who were like so tall and just keeping going. And I'm like, guys, just lock this in. There's like 30 candies plus on this tower here. Like, lock it in.
Lock in. And then I think the craziest thing I've maybe seen in a Big Brother challenge in my entire life is Cam trying to start his tower with the pointy end of an ice cream cone one. He literally says this out like, this could either be the smartest thing ever or the dumbest thing ever. And it's like, is Cam like aliens would be good at physics? Like Cam has no concept of gravity or physics, which is a cool cool thing to have.
Everything according to
That was crazy. So anyway, we have our oh my gosh, Mackenzie wins, and she immediately falls to the ground and starts crying.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you would do if you finally won HOH after 9 weeks of trying?
No, I do like a fist pump. When I won
an
my
upward one or a downward?
Like,
oh my god, that was crazy.
When I won my first individual immunity, I did like this.
What season of Survivor are you on?
No.
I didn't really win any Survivor immunities during my birthday drinking game Survivor back 10 years ago.
Sad.
It's very sad. That is almost 10 years ago. That's crazy. What else were we saying? So Mackenzie wins. Not the good one to win, but it was so individual you can't see if you're throwing it to somebody else.
Right. So I mean, we have Leah in the pantry, whatever room.
It was the
storage room. No, storage
room.
Room.
That one.
Storage
room. Got it. Sorry.
With Angela saying like, I think I did a bad with not nominating Chelsea as the replacement. Do we think that's correct? Because T-Corp was also like a dominant player in the season, but so is Chelsea. But I guess my feelings are I think it should have been Chelsea because they seem like more of the big bad, while T-Corp, Chemo, and Rabina are like the more underdog side of things, which we talked about before, where we like root for more underdogs.
Because it was final 8. So 3 people don't vote.
Mm-hmm.
So if we swap T-Corp and Chelsea, there's only 3 votes that need to send Chelsea home.
Mhm.
So it's up to T-Core of, am I going to vote out Chelsea? Because Cam and Mackenzie probably don't.
Right.
But then Angela and Chemo, who would come off.
Do.
And then does T-Core vote out Rubina or Chelsea? And I think that's a crazy moment for, maybe that is a smarter thing, because if T-Core backstabs the trio that she's in, then everyone has a clear, like, oh my gosh, T-Core and Chelsea are working together. But
Mhm.
then you get to 7 and you got out Rubina, and that's not smart. So it's probably not worth even trying that, because at least you broke this up. But it does suck for Leah that, like, the small and the short of it is, like, everyone is in Mackenzie's ears to get them to do something bad for her. Because I don't know if Mackenzie has seen 16 seasons of this, 16 episodes of this, or 16 minutes on the way into her hotel room. But it does kind of suck that she does not understand. You do not nominate people that you're trying to win against now. This is where this flips. Is legitimately probably either 7 or 6. I am no longer allies with people. I'm trying to get to the end square with another square that I can beat.
Yeah, and I mean, with having the noms after Zingbot, like Chemo being sleepy,
You're boring me. Yep.
Cam doing nothing, and Angela not gonna win. Like, I feel like those are more people that are like you want to be against, rather than Chelsea, rather than, well, Leah got called a dummy, but like I'm feeling a lot better about Leah's game.
Right.
As like we've gotten to see her.
So I think what's frustrating, and this may get into, like, this is what's gonna happen or what is happening, is everyone in that episode was like, I know you're putting up Angela, thank you. And Mackenzie mentions, I've been wanting to do this since week 1 eviction, because she got out Matt and it was very gross. And the fact that, like, Matt is mattering in her head get it? In her head 9 weeks later is kind of crazy, because you saved Angela from certain eviction to get out Quinn 2 weeks ago. Like, why are you? And now Angela's freaking toast. Like, at a certain point, it just feels like everyone goes back on, like, their for sure certain people that have their back. Because who is Angela going to align with? Like, and like, ooh, Angela just saved
Angela's
Chemo.
ready to be with Leah and Mackenzie. That's what they were talking about in the storage room. Like, let's get Mackenzie to make sure, like, she picks us at 5 instead of Cam and Chelsea.
Right. And Mackenzie, if she just gets out Chemo or Rubina, it's not flashy. But then she's at the power swing at 5.
Yeah.
And she can beat either Cam or Angela hands down, and has a shot at beating Leah or Chelsea. So, like, she's not drawing dead at 5 at all. Yet, like Mackenzie is going from, oh, she could probably win against everyone besides Leah and Chelsea. And if that's what you know, then you should probably nominate one of Leah and Chelsea, but not the one that's, like, recently had your back or always had your back. But I think what sucks is, like, oh, we're such good allies, but there's only one spot at the end. I don't know. This is all just basic Big Brother stuff, so we're not really saying anything too interesting for the people at home. But, like, it is frustrating that it does not feel like it's Mackenzie's decisions happening right now.
Yeah,
but she does say, I'm not putting Leah up.
After we'll get into Zingbot after this, but, like, Chelsea is throwing Leah under the bus to Mackenzie to try and get Leah nominated here to get her out. But and, like, Mackenzie's realized, oh, I've never been promised a final 2 after Quinn and Joseph were also promised a final 2 by Leah. So like, do I nominate Leah? But it's like Chelsea is giving her what Chelsea wants, not what is good for Mackenzie, which Leah not going on the block here is good because I feel like Leah always feels like she has a working relationship with Mackenzie. And then once she touches the block, that's over.
And like, I think this is what sucks about Big Brother is you're isolated with 6 other people currently.
Mm-hmm.
And what's real, what's perceived, like I think this happens on every reality show of like, wait, why did you not go to the end with the easy to beats? And it's like, oh, like they've been so nice to everyone. I thought they had a chance at winning. And it's like, if you don't have a killer instinct game wise, you don't really understand what people value in the end. And like, I don't think people are going to reward Angela. Like, Angela is the most like, I am getting second place person that's ever existed. Unless you think she's going to like nail the final speech, which we've seen her yell out loud multiple times and be so incoherent of like, please save me. This is my dream. I'm not done playing. Like there's no actual like merit behind that besides like just here's what I know to say.
I feel like there is merit and credit to Angela was the target week 2.
Right.
And now she's at the final 2. I don't know. There's like a big like, and she got people like I got people to save me on multiple occasions. I won X and Y competitions. I don't know. There might be a case for Angela depending on who she's up against. If it's Angela versus Chemo, Angela might be winning Big Brother.
Okay,
I mean,
get her out at 7 then, McKenna. I mean, sorry.
I doubt it'll be Angela versus Chemo because they're both currently on the block, but
Angela, no, it was so funny. Somebody was like, "This is the final 3. Get used to it," and it was Cam, Rubina, and Chemo, and I was like, "Oh no!" If this gets to be,
Angela could win against Cam. I mean, Cam would get Chelsea's vote, but who else does he get?
When Cam said, "Don't worry, Chelsea, you have a chance," I was like, "That is crazy. That is vicious. That is manipulative." Let's go ahead and do all our Zingbot stuff. Right. Angela gets the song, or let's do her at the end, I guess.
Yeah. So Rubina's Zingbot is all about Tucker. About how
says the word pucker and fucker. I was like, oh my god.
But I was happy that it was like he's out of the house, mother effer or whatever, rather than like fucking her. Because they had sex in the house.
Jesus.
But I was like, it was funny that it was about like Tucker, and then like your kiss was kind of the kiss of death out of the stuff.
Kiss of death, zing. like the low effort jokes that he's saying afterwards is so funny to me. Of like awkward zing.
Chemo puts people to sleep because he's a mattress salesman, and his confessionals suck, and it's like, okay, why? You have a text message thread. We need to put this in the comments. So Chemo's was kind of mid, but it also gives him some insight of like your confessionals are boring.
Right. And like Chemo is not winning fan favorite. Right. Which is crazy because he's so fun to watch.
Well, I feel like week 1, I was like so sad that he got like nominated for what, and then he just kind of, I don't know, wasn't great afterwards.
I just realized it was Angela nominating them too, right? Like Angela has messed. She's messed with Chemo so much.
Mackenzie is like the beast of Big Brother, and like her feet are disgusting. She towers over everybody, and I'm like, this is a little insane. And Cam having that comment of the undersides of her feet, I was
looking like yeah, that was crazy.
I was like, is this okay? But I guess it's Cam saying it. Yes.
I don't know.
Cam got the guided meditation of just have zero.
Make sure you have no thoughts in your head. I was like, oh shit.
Chelsea you don't have a prayer with Cam.
I know you're a woman of faith, but you don't have a prayer with Cam is so good.
I just was like mouth agape, like Zingbot did not just do this.
Which I think is like, I don't know if you're trying to metagame the Zings, but like, you didn't say she was boring. You didn't say anything about her game. You had to do it with something personally. Like maybe for the 4 people that are watching this that are going to be in the Big Brother house next year, like,
Hey, now we're at 6.
jeez. If somebody is not doing, they're boring or like this one's a personal one, so I think like this is somebody that they like and think is good at the game or whatever. Like that's where I'm trying to go. I know it's very confirmation bias of it is Chelsea, but just trying to get your mind right if you get in that house.
Yeah. Then Angela has the song of, oh, let's do an annoying oldie song, and it's to the tune of Head, Shoulders, Knees, and Toes.
London Bridge is falling down.
I mean, they're the same,
It's the
aren't
same
they?
song. But Angela is melting down. London Bridge is falling down. It's not Head, Shoulders, Knees, and Toes.
Whatever.
Angela is melting
Yeah.
melting down.
I was like,
down.
Head,
Angela,
Shoulders, Knees, and Toes.
I thought it was so funny that they did the Crazy Eyes. I don't know if they did the VO of Crazy Eyes for the whole house, but they like showed Matt whenever it was like obsessed with Ben, half her age.
Yeah.
Oh my god! It said Crazy Eyes. Crazy Eyes. Oh my god! My janky microphone.
But I mean, that was all the Zingbots, and then afterwards they're like, "Whoa, Angela, you got the song," and then she's just like,
that was one of the funniest. Like the editing people love Angela. I like, let's rig it for Angela to get second. I don't care anymore. Like it, like if Angela gets second, this is one of the best seasons of all time. So
she gets first.
I don't think it's possible. I know I don't want to be disappointed. I want to be disappointed in myself that I didn't believe more, but I don't want to be disappointed and then I believed in her and then she didn't get it. Because that's, if Angela wins this season somehow, I pack up Big Brother. It does not get better than Angela winning this season. And Karen, well, on Big Brother Canada 5, kind of played the Angela game. And won the first HOH and got out of strongman and then was up on the block 5 or 6 times. And she made it to the end with basically her Quinn. And then her Quinn beat her 6-1. Or maybe it was unanimous because I tried to block that from my memory, but
spoilers?
Yeah. Spoiler time?
Chemo and Angela are on the block.
Oh
block,
yeah, you know that already.
That's about it.
Okay, so now real spoilers. Go walk over to your phone. Go walk to your phone. What's one of the funniest things I would search for on Twitter is there's a 4-minute conversation between Cam and Rubina, and it's one of the funniest conversations I've seen on the Big Brother house in a long time, because it goes, which if we were a good podcast, we would have a Big Brother Twitter where we would put all the clips that we talk about, but maybe next year, not happening. Cam and Rubina have a conversation where they're talking about like they did not expect to be in jury. They thought they were going to be absolutely awful at the game. So they're kind of being like, they told their friends and family like, oh, your birthday's in September? I should be back by then. And now here they are still in the Big Brother house. Like it's frustrating because he told people there's no way he's going to be there all the way to the end. and they're both like, oh, me too. And like, but at the same time, they both had the realization together of like, well, there's no way we're winning. So what's the point of this? and they're like laughing and joking with each other. And like Cam mentions, but like, just based on we've outlasted 9 people. So like, we got to be good players, right, Rubina? And Rubina's like, that's not what that means at all. We could like, just because we've outlasted 9 people does not mean we're good players. And Cam was like, no, like we have to be just based on like average, right? And she's like, no. And then it was
I love how
like,
they're like just so Rubina's just so real about this, being like, I thought I'd be better at this. I'm just not.
yeah.
So I'm here for the ride.
Yeah. And then there was a layer of like, well, maybe we should go to the end together if this is true. Of like, if we can't beat anybody else, like let's try.
Mhm.
But like, not even that. Like, it wasn't an actual strategy talk.
Mhm.
Like that was just a, oh, maybe not like
Yeah.
a no light bulb moments were going on. No, like not at all. But it was so funny. The other thing you're missing currently is our veto winner, Mackenzie.
Oh.
Damn, McKenna hates Mackenzie, which is
No,
cool.
it just always provides another dynamic when someone else wins it that's not the HOH.
Right. Death to HOH's winning vetoes for sure. But Mackenzie is about to screw up the entire season in about
Oh.
5 minutes because everyone. Oh, John, it already happened. Let me go look at Big Brother. So just in case anybody's looking in the comments, they don't see it.
Oh, we also we forgot Leah Zingbot, and she's a dummy chaser. Her chubby chasers
Somebody
are
wants
dummy
to.
chasers.
Damn, that sucks, man. She's so smart though.
She said, "I'm not the smartest crayon in the box."
Yeah. I mean, some
So
people say the wrong thing on purpose for jokes. Fuck. Like, god damn it. The whole season's ruined. It's pointless.
what
So,
happened?
so
What?
this will be our final episode. Mackenzie does get tricked by everyone. Mackenzie uses the veto to take off chemo, and now Angela is up against Leah. And Mackenzie has gone from the best position in the house to target number 1 on double eviction night. We will probably lose Leah and Mackenzie on Thursday night. And that means our final 5 will be Chelsea, Angela,
Angela's a
Cam,
deciding vote here.
Chemo, and Rubina. But that goes from like the 2 girls that could, as soon as like they were on opposite sides, but they look out for each
Mhm.
other. Like before T-Core and Chelsea were doing that, it was kind of Leah and Mackenzie doing that. And Leah was getting by with her social game, and Mackenzie was winning vital. I have a secret veto. I have 2 AI arena championships. And like it was a kind of cool mix of one's doing it strategic or mental or social, and one's
Mhm.
doing it physical and social. And as soon as they turn each other on each other's back, like I think Mackenzie needs the veto win on Thursday or she'll be gone.
Mhm.
Because everyone is like, Leah, if we get Leah out, then we can get Mackenzie on Thursday. But everyone is telling Mackenzie this is what like it was those crappy Leah lies of
Mhm.
like Leah had a final 2 with Joseph and a final 2 with Brooklyn. And it's just like she obviously didn't give a shit about those, or she would like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, she voted for like Joseph to stay, but it wasn't because I need my final 2 partner.
Yeah.
Like, I think what's interesting is in this season, if you play a little bad, it compounds and compounds and gets you evicted within 2 weeks. And like each HOH has done their dead level best to be as bad as possible at Big Brother as an HOH, which has made the game fluid and very fun. But it seemed like T-Core and Chelsea were the smartest players. And now T-Core's gone, and it is kind of just like, is Chelsea going to be able to close everyone out?
Because I also think this is bad. Leah going is bad for Chelsea because now I feel like Angela would swing, or at least maybe Mackenzie going would be bad for Chelsea because Angela, I think, might swing toward Chemo and Rabina, and then now Chelsea and Cam are the odd ones out.
Right.
But Chelsea does have a pretty good social game because she couldn't do anything week 1, and Cedric was out 2 weeks later, and here she is still sitting there.
It's a heartbreaker for Leah. I don't think a 7th place finish is kind of representative of, like, there's a lot of people that have played worse than her who are going to get to 6.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of how Big Brother works, though. So, like, whatever. But, like, Mackenzie, I did not nominate you at all in my HOH. We worked together to backdoor T-Core. Why are you immediately forsaking all of that good janky will?
Yeah.
And pulling an evil Ainsley on me.
Yeah, I think it's so dumb. It's so dumb.
And maybe Mackenzie wins a veto on Thursday night and we get a random boot, but, like, if that random boot is Angela, she's still the target at 5. Final 5 HOH is the worst one to win. I don't know if everyone that's watching this knows exactly, but then you can play HOH at 4. And most of the people that are targets who win HOHs at 5 to save their lives immediately die at 4.
Mm.
So how does Mackenzie get to the end now? She doesn't. She's toast. How does Leah get to the end now? She doesn't. She's toast. But Angela has a shot of, if Mackenzie doesn't win veto, Angela's making like fifth guaranteed, and like she's gonna lock in. She's the only person who can lock in for challenges. Like, I'm dead serious when I say I would put money on Angela to win everything besides physical stuff from now on. Because Quinn and Tucker probably had her and some of that stuff, but puzzles, lock-in, trivia, like before or afters, like Chelsea's good at booth competitions, but that's not really a thing. Like, maybe that's the final 5 HOH, but like, you don't want to win that one. But as long as she can avoid, like, you got to shoot cannonballs to knock over people in the right order of who was HOH. And I don't know if they've gone away from that recently, or one time it was swim down into a tank to grab the names and put them in. Like, Angela can't do those. I know there's a Big Brother comics thing coming up, unless we're going to skip comics this year. And she's excited about, I can't wait for the Big Brother comics veto. She's not going to win that one, probably.
Because of the swinging?
Just because it's a very physical, like, it's going to be like, I need to pay attention to these but my arms are failing.
But she also could, if her memory is good, she'll be able to, she might not need to take as many trips.
Okay, Angela wins everything from now on. Let's go. They should vote out Angela right now, to be honest. I definitely feel like Angela is more likely to lock in and win stuff than Leah. And she's also probably, like, I don't know, like, Rubina. What sucks is a layer of this that we haven't said yet is T-Core on the way out was like, Rubina and Chemo, you should work with Chelsea. And they really love T-Core and whatever. So T-Core basically throws a layup for Chelsea to slam dunk the rest of the thing. That's not even the right thing. But I wish T-Core hadn't done that, so there would be a little bit more fluidity. And maybe Chemo and Rubina can think for themselves at this point, but it is kind of like...
Rubina, from the clip with Cam, she's out of it. And I'm just like, there's a shot.
But they need Angela to sit those two people down without Chelsea around and go, wow, we're in the final 5. We cannot beat Chelsea, but we could probably, one of you could beat me, or like, you're more likely to beat me than Chelsea. But say it in a non-crazy way and say it in a non-flustered way.
Yeah.
But like, lock in, Angela. Please lock in. And like, or like, what would be really cool is if Angela wins HOH at 6 and then doesn't touch Mackenzie and goes, Mackenzie, everyone wanted you out tonight in the double. I'm not doing that. If you promise me to the end, I will tell you everything of who has talked shit about you in these last 3 days. but everyone was gunning for you in this double because we all know it's coming. But like that requires people to lock in strategically and listen and whatever. But legitimately, Chelsea and Cam are like, I can't put up Mackenzie, but I'm gonna throw Thursday night in the double because everyone's gonna go after Mackenzie.
Yeah. Janky.
Number one.
What do we think Angry Ainsley is gonna do, or like, is there something that she can do in this end game, like that won't completely be stupid on production's part in an end game situation?
One of the vetoes is just who can scream the loudest, and Angela gets it. That'd be sick.
Well,
one of the HOHs is who has the most angry fan mail from Facebook, and Angela wins it.
I don't know. I think people are turning on the positive for Angela, so she might not have.
One of the in-game comps is who can be the biggest Karen.
Okay, yeah.
And there's a manager you have to yell at. That'd be a sick competition. I like that. So that one's free, Big Brother. They still haven't sent me 20 grand for my other ideas, but
well, keep
we're making so much money on this podcast, it doesn't matter.
Well, we'll see. It's my monies.
Jeez. Thanks, John, for tuning in.
And hey, we're up to 11 now.
Jeez.
And we will see you guys Thursday right after the live votes and evictions, because double.
Oh my God, it's 2. That's gonna be
and an hour and a half Wednesday. Big episode coming for you on Thursday. Here on Big Brother.
On Big.